What's up, guys? I'm LastOfGaia, and today I'm going to come at you with another deck tech. This time it's Jeskai Ascedancy combo. I know you've probably seen a bunch of these already online, but I really like this deck, and my build is something like no one else's, even though it has the same primary win condition. Let's get started. Mana base. Let's get through this. 2 Flooded Strand, 4 copies of Frontier Bivouac, and 3 copies of Evolving Wilds. These get you basics. These give you any color. The Bivouacs are actually, I think, mandatory in any Jeskai Ascedancy combo deck since they give you all of your primary colors. The basics are 2 mountains, 3 islands, 4 forests, and 2 plains. Blue and green are your primary colors in this deck. Blue gives you the draw, and green gives you the creatures for your win conditions. So, or for your combo, which is your win condition, so mandatory. And then our last lands are 3 Yavi, Maya, Costa, 1 Shivan Reef. I played 24 lands, even though, really, I probably should cut this down, but I like it. I mean, it's working so far. I've only lost 2 games, so it's an effective deck, trust me. Our first creature is Sylvan Caryatid. You gotta be thinking, what the fuck? I don't know how well you can deal with the creature on the left here, right here, is Sylvan Caryatid. 0/3 Defender Hexproof. So, it's one of your main combo pieces. 4 Rattleclaw Mystic is just another mana dork for the deck, and when you flip it face up, it gives you a ton of mana, so, yay. 1 Swan Song for a counterspell, 4 copies of Retraction Helix, because that's how you win the game. Again, I will show you the combo. And then 2 Dig Through Time to find the pieces that you need, because you're always going to be flooding your graveyard. 4 Commune with the Gods, and 3 Tygon Scheming for the same function. They help you find the pieces that you need and rearrange your draws. So I think these cards are very good. Tygon Scheming is not. This card is very bad. However, it's just, the Ascendancy gives you the pieces that you need, which I will show you. Again, just calm down. And 4 copies of Treasure Cruise, like, just, what the hell? Yeah. You really need to find the pieces you need before your opponent kills you. 4 copies of Jeskai Ascendancy. That card right there on the right here is Jeskai Ascendancy. It's white, blue, red, because duh. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, your creatures get +1/+1 when you untap them, and then you get to draw and discard. So, yes. 1 copy of Dragonmail, because there's a secondary combo with the deck. 4 copies of Astral Cornucopia, because it is a piece that you need to win the game. And 1 Altar of the Brood, because it's your finisher. Now, time to show you this combo. So for this combo to work, you need a mana dork. Caryatid or Rattleclaw, preferably Caryatid, but I'm going to go with Rattleclaw because you guys can actually see it. You also need Jeskai Ascendancy on the board with a Retraction Helix in your hand. And let's just say you have a Frontier Bivouac, an island, and a plains on the board as lands. So let's say you played this on turn 3 as a morph creature, you untap, you draw the Retraction Helix, Jeskai Ascendancy is already on the table. This is turn 4. Let's say let's just say whatever. Rattleclaw, let's just say you play turn 2 Rattleclaw, turn 3 Ascendancy. Well, you need a Caryatid to do this, but, well, no you don't. You get the point. What you do is you can tap the Rattleclaw Mystic to cast Retraction Helix, giving you a trigger off Jeskai Ascendancy. You get to untap, and you get to draw and discard. Now, what you do is you cast Astral Cornucopia as a converted mana cost of 0. So you tap Rattleclaw Mystic to bounce the Astral Cornucopia. You play it again for 0, triggering Ascendancy to untap it, and you do this infinitely until you find Altar of the Brood. So let's just say you're tapped out from casting Jeskai Ascendancy, and you tap the Rattleclaw Mystic for the blue from Retraction Helix. So when you play Altar of the Brood, you can untap it, and then you tap to bounce this continuously. You can stop drawing and discarding, and now you win the game because with Altar the Brood, every time Astral Cornucopia comes into play, they mill a card. So it kills them. So now, you do the same thing, but replace Altar the Brood with this, Dragon Mail. You tap it for red, triggering Ascendancy, untap, tap it again for blue to play Retraction Helix, which gives you the ability to bounce this, to keep untapping to tapping to bounce it. Or what you can do if you have two Rattleclaw Mystics is you can tap one for mana and one to bounce this, so you can play this, draw a card, and keep draw loot, draw loot, draw loot, make mana. So you'll eventually find Altar of the Brood. Anyway, that is the Jeskai Ascendancy combo deck profile. Oh, I forgot sideboard. That's the main deck. I have a sideboard, surprisingly. I am dumb. Very, very dumb. 2 copies of Magma Spray to deal with Elvish Mystics, Airway, Finder, Rattleclaw Mystic, whatever. 4 Lightning Strike because I hate Mana Striders a lot, okay? 2 Negate because this deck can become a control deck. 1 Jace is a primary win condition for the sideboard. Like I said, 95% of the time he goes Ultimate, you win. 2 copies of Last Breath because it deals with Coursers, Rebel Masters, anything in Blue-Eye Heroic. 2 Glare Heresy to deal with opposing Jeskai Ascendancies, Elspeth, Obzan Midrange, just that stuff. 1 End Hostilities for board wipe. And the funniest card on the sideboard is 1 Revel of the Fallen God. This card is so funny. You can ramp into it as early as turn 4, play it, and then you repeat the cycle, but instead of doing it with a mana creature, you do it with a Satyr. So you give the Satyr the ability to bounce Astral Cornucopia, and you can untap them, just in case like your Altar's in the grave or something. And then the Satyrs become XXs, because every time you play it, they get +1/+1, so you make them huge, and then you just swing for a ton. So unless they bioblight them the minute they come into play, you're going to win the game from that. And I actually have. It's very, very funny. Now, we're done. Thanks for watching. Like I've said before, 25 subscribers before the end of January. Someone is going to win this Polluted Delta. Randomly. Subscribe, be a better player. I'm out of here. I'm going to take a nap.